Namaste, everyone. Namaste and welcome to everyone this evening. So let's compose ourselves so that we can tune into that divine frequency. We're praying for the universal well-being of all living things. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, let there be good health for all. Let there be peace for all. Let there be happiness for all. Let there be auspiciousness for all. And let no one suffer. May there be peace in the physical body, the subtle body, and the spirit. So I will do the first song. Ganesha Sharanam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Ganesha Sharanam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Nityasmaranam Paramapavanam Satyasainam Gajananam Nityasmaranam Paramapavanam Satyasainam Gajananam Sadguru Charanam Paramapavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Sadguru Charanam Paramapavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Bhavabhayaharanam Paramapavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Bhavabhayaharanam Paramapavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Ganesha Sharanam Paramapavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Nityasmaranam Paramapavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Sadguru Charanam Paramapavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Sadguru Charanam Paramapavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Nityam Smaranam Paramapavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Bhavabhayaharanam Paramapavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Ganesha Sharanam Paramapavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam. Namaste.
Thank you, Auntie Chansey. So I'd like to ask Sanya to do the next one, followed by my mom, Mrs. Ramdat, and Auntie Joy. Thank you.
Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Shri Ganesh गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश सीताराम
Sitaram, everyone. Sitaram kaho, Radhe Shyam kaho. Sitaram kaho, Radhe Shyam kaho. Sitaram kaho, Radhe Shyam kaho. Sitaram kaho, राधे श्याम कहो सीताराम बिना कोई अपन नहीं सीताराम बिना कोई अपन नहीं राधे श्याम बिना सुख सपन नहीं राधे श्याम बिना सुख सपन नहीं सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो सीताराम बिना सुख कौन करे सीताराम बिना सुख कौन करे राधे श्याम बिना दुख कौन हरे राधे श्याम बिना दुख कौन हरे सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो सीताराम बिना मेरा पार नहीं सीताराम बिना मेरा पार नहीं राधे श्याम बिना उधार नहीं राधे श्याम बिना उधार नहीं भजमन नारायण 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 भजमन नारायण 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 स्वामी नारायण 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 स्वामी नारायण 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 लक्ष्मी नारायण 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 लक्ष्मी नारायण 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 हरि ओम नारायण 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 हरि ओम नारायण 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 सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो सीताराम कहो, राधे श्याम कहो।
Jai Sitaram, everyone. Sri Ram kahe Hanumana, suno bachan kaho paramana, suno bachan kaho paramana. Sri Ram kahe Hanumana, Sri Ram kahe Hanumana, suno bachan kaho paramana, suno bachan kaho paramana. Sri Ram kahe Hanumana, तुम सीता खबर सुनाई, मेरी मन की शोक मिटाई। तुम सीता खबर सुनाई, मेरी मन की शोक मिटाई। कर आयो बार निधाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सागर में से तू बनाया, सब लश्कर पार लगाया। सागर में से तू बनाया, सब लश्कर पार लगाया। क्या लंकापुरी में ठाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, लक्ष्मण की जान बचाई, सब राक्षस सेन गिराई। लक्ष्मण की जान बचाई, सब राक्षस सेन गिराई। रावण दस शीस उड़ाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सुनो वचन कहो परमाना, सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, मम काम किया बर भारी, तुम जीवो बर सहचारी। मम काम कियो बर भारी, तुम जीवो बर सहचारी। ब्रह्मानंद भोग सुख नाना, सुनो वचन कहो परमाना, सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सुनो वचन कहो परमाना, सुनो वचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, श्री राम कहे हनुमाना। जय सीताराम एवरीवन।
Staram. नाचते आए गणपति आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे, नाचते आए गणपति आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे। ब्रह्मा भी आए विष्णु भी आए, ब्रह्मा भी आए विष्णु भी आए, संग में आई सरस्वती आनंद राजी गोविंद राधे, संग में आई सरस्वती आनंद राजी गोविंद राधे। नाचते आए गणपति आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे। डमरू बजावत शंकर भी आए, डमरू बजावत शंकर भी आए, संग में आए पार्वती आनंद राजी गोविंद राधे, संग में आए पार्वती आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे। नाचते आए गणपति आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे। राम भी आए लक्ष्मण भी आए, राम भी आए लक्ष्मण भी आए, संग में आए सीता सती आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे, संग में आए सीता सती आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे। नाचते आए गणपति आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे। बंसी बजावत कृष्णा भी आए, बंसी बजावत कृष्णा भी आए, संग में आए राधा रानी आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे, संग में आए राधा रानी आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे। नाचते आए गणपति आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे। संकट मोचन बजरंगी आई, संकट मोचन बजरंगी आई। सत्य की संग तेरे शक्ति, आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे। सत्य के संग तेरी शक्ति, आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे। नाचते आए गणपति, आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे। नाचते आए गणपति, आनंद राजे गोविंद राधे। Strum.
Thank you all. So now I'd like to ask Auntie Indra to do another bhajan or kirtan for us, followed by Auntie Chansey. Thank you.
Sitaram, everyone. अब शिवा पार करो मेरे नैया, अब शिवा पार, अब शिवा पार करो मेरे नैया, अब शिवा पार करो मेरे नैया, 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 अब शिवा पार करो मेरे नैया, अब शिवा पार। अवघट घाट अंगद महाजल, अवघट घाट अंगद महाजल, बाली लगन की वैया, अब शिवा पार, अब शिवा पार करो मेरे नैया, अब शिवा पार। बारी बरोबर बारी रहो है, बारी बरोबर बारी रहो है, तापर आती पुरवैया, अब शिवा पार, अब शिवा पार करो मेरे नैया, अब शिवा पार। तात तरत कंपत हियो मेरो, तात तरत कंपत हियो मेरो, शिवाजी की दीदा डू है, अब शिवा पार, अब शिवा पार करो मेरे नैया, अब शिवा पार। देवी सहाय प्रभात पुकारत, देवी सहाय प्रभात पुकारत, शिवाजी पिता गिरिजा मैया, अब शिवा पार, अब शिवा पार करो मेरे नैया, अब शिवा पार करो मेरे नैया, 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 करो मेरी नैया, अब शिवा पार करो मेरे नैया, अब शिवा पार, अब शिवा पार करो मेरे नैया, अब शिवा पार. Thank you everyone. Sitaram.
I'm so sorry.
नटराजा है त्रिपुरारी, नटराजा है त्रिपुरारी, जय हे शंभो, जय हे शंभो, नटराजा है त्रिपुरारी। नंदिवाहना नागाभरणा, नंदिवाहना नागाभरणा, माललोचना परमशिवा, माललोचना जय हे शंभो जय हे शंभो नटराजा हे त्रिपुरारी नंदीवाहना नागाभरणा वाललोचना परमशिवा वाललोचना परमशिवा पावन चरना आई महेशा पावन चरना आई महेशा नटराजा हे त्रिपुरारी नमस्ते
Thank you, Auntie Chancy. So now I would like to ask my mom to do the other one, followed by Mrs. Ramdat, and then we'll pass over for tonight's catechism. Thank you.
Sitaram again. वैष्णव जन तो ते में कही पीर पराई जानी रे वैष्णव जन तो ते में कही पीर पराई जानी रे वैष्णव जन तो ते में कही पर उपकार करे फिर भी क्यों पर उपकार करे फिर भी क्यों मन अभिमान मान रे वैष्णव जन तो ते में कही पीर पराई जानी रे वैष्णव जन तो ते में कही छोर बुराई करो भलाई छोर पराई निंदा छोर बुराई करो भलाई छोर पराई निंदा सकल चराचर समझ बराबर रहे धर्म पर जिंदा रे भाई रहे धर्म पर जिंदा भूल जान कर करे न लालच भूल जान कर करे न लालच दया करे अनजान रे वैष्णव जन तो ते में कही पीर पराई जानी रे वैष्णव जन तो ते में कही ना कोई छोटा ना कोई खोता हरि के सभी खिलौने ना कोई छोटा ना कोई खोता हरि के सभी खिलौने जिसको मन में भेद न जाने उसके शाम सलोने रे भाई उसके शाम सलोने पिंजरे छोरू रे जब तू पंछी पिंजरे छोरू रे जब तू पंछी क्या अपना बेगाना रे वैष्णव जन तो ते में कही पीर पराई जानी रे वैष्णव जन तो ते में कही झूठ न बोले सत्य की तोले मिट्टी बोली बोले झूठ न बोले सत्य की तोले मिट्टी बोली बोले ऊंच नीच के भाव न राखे, मन की आंखें खोले रे भाई, मन की आंखें खोले। धन्य उसी की माता जग में, धन्य उसी की माता जग में, जे हरि को पहचान रे। वैष्णव जन तो ते में कहीं, पीर पराई जानी रे। वैष्णव जन तो ते में कहीं, पीर पराई जानी रे। वैष्णव जन तो ते में कहीं, वैष्णव जन तो ते में कहीं। Thank you and Sitaram.
Sitaran again. Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram, Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram, Ram Narayanam Janaki Vallabham, Ram Narayanam Janaki Vallabham। कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं, भक्ति मीरा के जैसे बुलाती नहीं। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम, राम नारायणम जानकी वल्लभम। कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं, बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम, राम नारायणम जानकी वल्लभम। कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं, माँ यशोदा की जैसे सुलाते नहीं। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम, राम नारायणम जानकी वल्लभम। कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं, तुम गोपी के जैसे नचाते नहीं। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम, राम नारायणम जानकी वल्लभम। कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं, तुम गोपी के जैसे नचते नहीं। नाम जपते चलो काम करते चलो, नाम जपते चलो काम करते चलो, हर समय कृष्ण का ध्यान करते चलो। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम, राम नारायणम जानकी वल्लभम। याद आएंगे उनको कभी ना कभी, याद आएंगे उनको कभी ना कभी, कृष्ण दर्शन देंगे कभी ना कभी। अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्. Jai Sitaram, everyone.
Namaste again, everyone. Apologies for earlier. The Sahara dust is not being kind to us. Okay, so on the last occasion, we spoke about the importance of truth. We spoke about Satyam Priti Hitam Chayat, which loosely means, though we must speak the truth, we should not speak that which hurts others. Or speak the truth, we should not, speak the truth for the sake of pleasing others, in a spiteful or hurtful way. The truth should never be presented in a harsh way. Okay, so we discussed this in our last session. The truth should never be presented in a harsh manner, and it must be communicated in a pleasing way, a soft and sweet manner. So further to this now, I indicated that we would look at the code of conduct with respect to speech, how we speak to others. So this is what we will be looking at today. We all know the manner in which we address persons could be the source or the cause for disagreements, contention, well, needless contention, I should say. No one likes to be spoken to in a harsh, insulting, or contemptuous manner. No one would appreciate someone speaking in an offhand way, in a dismissive or disinterested tone. A lot of times it is not what we say, but how we say it. We all know this. The nuance of tone can make all the difference to the forthcoming response. It is fair to say that if someone speaks to us nicely, we would respond in kind. Or if we are being asked to do something, there's a greater chance of us responding in a positive way. Here, do unto others as you would have them do unto you is especially relevant. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, the teacher instructs the students who have completed the study of the Vedas by saying, Om Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara Swadhyayam Ma Pramaddaha. And they recite it like jap, in the same tune like Om Purnamada. This is what they recite. They recite it 108 times. And what does it mean? To be truthful and to abide by dharma. Very simple. Om Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara Swadhyayan Ma Pramaddaha. And they repeat it over and over. This is at the end of their studies. This is what they recite. Be truthful and abide by your dharma. Now, when you listen to something like that, you think of, in the Bible where they say, be truthful to thine own self. Or, as some people like to put it, to thine own self, be true. Truth is something so important. And if we were to, just follow this simple adage, our lives would be so much less complicated. In the Shakespearean play, Hamlet, in Act 1, Scene 3, these are very important words for all of us because we know the truths that come out of Shakespeare's plays are universal truths also. He says, above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day, thou canst not be false to any man. So if you're truthful to your own self, you cannot be false to any other person. It starts with us. All of us, it starts with us. Further to this, there is something that comes from the Upanishads again. Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat. And it means speak so that your language is as sweet as your feelings are. Make the words true and pleasing. So your language, not only should your language be sweet, you should not be false. You should not be thinking bad things and saying, oh, this would be disingenuous. You want to be thinking positive thoughts, and your speech, we always say, so you think it, so you become it. So this is what this points to. How we think is the way we will feel, the way we will speak, and the way we act. So this is what this is pointing to, that we need to address how we think. So Satyam Bruyat means speak the truth. Then it says Satyam Vada, speak in a pleasing tone. Dharmam Chara, speak truth and practice dharma. Abide by dharma. Now, if you're abiding by dharma, obviously you must speak the truth, because dharma is based on truth. Then it goes on to say, na bruyat satyam. Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, na bruyat satyam apriyam. Never speak the truth in an unpalatable manner, as I was saying earlier. So you're not going to go up to someone and you're saying that you're speaking something that is true, like the story we listened to last time about the sage or the ascetic in the hut, when he was questioned by the hunter, where is the doe? And he points and he says, because he thought he should not speak lies. And instead he incurred sin. This is what this is speaking about. Na apriyam, avoid speaking unpleasant truth. You should not be harsh in how you speak, but avoid speaking unpleasant truth when no good can come from it. So that is a classic example where no good was coming from it. And we have many, many, many occasions when this is the case, but you know, we have to really think. Sometimes before we speak, you know, they say engage your brain before your mouth or your tongue, but most times people do not do this. And we get ourselves into serious trouble because this is the root of all sin right here, in how we speak, what we say. Avoid speaking unpleasant truths, especially when no good can come from it. So if you see something and it is of no concern to you, and it will cause someone pain, needless pain, agony, and worry, why? Why volunteer something? And if we think carefully, we would know that there are times, you know, you're prompted to say something because you just don't like someone or you whatever. But before we do it, and this is for all of us, we think, what good is going to come from uttering these words? And if nothing good is going to come from it, then be quiet. All words uttered can never be taken back. They have a lasting impact. We can all attest to this. When people say hurtful things to us, it is not, we never forget. Sticks and stones may break our bones. We hear this all the time. And then you hear, but words will not hurt me. But I don't believe in this, because we all know this to just be a brave statement, but it is not true. There's no truth in it. Sticks and stones may break bones, but words can shatter souls. That is more accurate. Words matter. Words matter. So we must choose wisely. Not only do words matter, how we deliver those words, what are those words, the intention behind those words. We know many people who just have no, I don't know if they're insensitive, they just don't understand or they don't appreciate others. So they speak in a very, very dismissive way, a disrespectful way, in an insensitive way. We cannot be spiritual people or spiritual, we are on that spiritual path, as we say, we are sadhakas, and then we engage in this. You're singing beautifully and sweetly and you're chanting and all of this, and then in your interactions with people, it is rotten. This will not serve us well at all. Truth is the life of our words. When speaking, speak in a nice way that is appropriate to the circumstances and the situation. This is very important. You see, tact and discretion. We all know when people follow the letter. Sometimes you have rules and they follow it to the letter, and there's no room for discretion, that it can sometimes be oppressive. This is what this line is speaking about. We have to use our discretion. None of these things are absolute. But it's whether, again, it depends on our intention. If our intention is to be hurtful, well, then we will just go to town and say, as they say, lambaste people needlessly. You engage in gossiping and why? All of these things can be subsumed under this code of speech. The other thing is, speak with humility in a way that does not cause pain to anyone. Speak with humility. We have many, many people who speak down to people, in a condescending tone. Perhaps because they think that they're in a powerful position based on their the amount of finances they may have, or their job, or whatever. But we cannot say that God is equally present in all beings, and we recognize the divinity in all. And when we go to Mandir is Namaste and Sitaram and whatever, and then you talk to people perhaps because they are simple, because in your mind you think that they are poor, that they have nothing to really give to you. So why bother to waste time with niceties with these people? Well, that is a definite way of incurring negative karma. Bondage creating karma is what you are doing there. Speak with humility in a way that does not cause pain to anyone, in a manner that is pleasing. So you don't have to shout at someone. There's no need for any of that. To be insulting in your tone. You can speak to someone the way you would like people to speak to you. And if we think of it like that, we would never, ever be disrespectful to others. You know, in Trinidad, we have a nice saying, do so ain't like so. So you want to do, but when the shoe is on the other foot, it is not a nice experience. Further to this, it goes on to say that which is factual. This means do not embellish the story. Do not color the narrative with your own personal bias. So you know, there's that game that they play to show you how convoluted and corrupted a message will get when you recite in one person's ear, and by the time you reach to the 10th person, the story has taken on a larger than life narrative now. It has gone beyond the 10 words that it started with. And by the time it reaches the end of the line, well, it's a completely different thing. Sometimes it has no connection with the original story. This is what this is all about here. Some people take great joy. They delight in speaking ill of other people. And in there, well, they throw in some untruths. You know, they make it a little bit more interesting in their eyes. So, you know, when we say that the Lord is here, there, and everywhere, above us, beneath us, around us, within us. So are we not ashamed when we are speaking and behaving in a manner like that? Somehow God is not present at that time, but only when we sit in the Monday, God is present. These are things that we must think about. If we are serious, and it is for all of us, every one of us, we all make these mistakes. So before you act, let us pause and think. It goes on to say, truth must be spoken without the likes and dislikes of the speaker, and it should not be tailored to the audience. So if you're amongst people who like to, who dislike someone, and you are in there and you want to say something about a particular individual who is not popular, you go into an environment, this type of audience, and you go to town. Again, the intent. No good is coming from it, so do not do it. Take a vow of silence, mauna. Be quiet. Our words must not be hurting, nor must we speak the truth when it is better to be silent. These things, I am not making this up, This is from the Upanishads. So when we talk about Vedanta, these are the things that we need. Deep philosophical things, yes, they have their place, but we are trying right now, right here, to improve our daily life. As Swami says, it is about transformation. Transformation. So when we talk about we want to become a Jivan Mukta and all that, I don't know if that is just, lip service. How can you become that when for a short time you sit and connecting through bhajans, and this is what you do, or we go to the temple, and for the rest of the time, well, you are a different individual. You have no moorings. You have lost your moral and spiritual compass. You are just adrift, and happily so, I might add. For some of us Hindus, we are happy. Our conscience should be our guide. Our conscience. This way, we will command the respect of others. Isn't it? Isn't that right? If we do and we practice what is right, follow our conscience, because we know when we are doing something wrong. We know when we should not be doing something, but yet, you know, it's somehow like it's irresistible. If when even you're speaking the truth, you do not put in your own personal bias. You do not, you speak the truth and you do not embellish. You don't contextualize anything. You just speak the truth, or be quiet. Because, you know, some people, if you don't like someone, well, you might speak the truth, yes, but the way in which you bring it over, you know, English language is a very funny thing. The written word, you read an email or you read a message, and if you do not have, this is why they started putting those emojis, because sometimes someone could say something and it is meant as a joke, but the way it comes across, it's the same thing with speech, communication. To uphold the dignity and respect of ourselves, society, and nations, consider the spoken word as our very life. I will repeat that. To uphold the dignity and respect of ourselves, because some of us, we have lost all respect, all self-respect. Not only of ourselves, because of course, writ large, it starts off with ourselves, then society and nation, and then the world. So if we in our personal lives don't make a change, how would the world change? What is the world comprised of? Or who is it comprised of? We all need to do our part. You know, we always like to look at the other person and look here, and this one not doing, that has nothing to do with you or me. What we are doing should concern us, and we should, in fact, try to help another person as we go. It's not about a selfishness about you and you alone. We try to help each other, because no one is better than anyone else. We are all on this journey together. So if we considered the spoken word as our very life, and with the spoken word, of course, it is all the things I've described before, which is dharma. Our words are verily our life. So what type of words? We all have to pause and think, what type of words do we utter? Are they words that we have to hang our heads and feel embarrassed? Are they angry words? Are they hurtful words? Are they insulting words? So I decided to speak about this because this is what we have to do every single day of life. Every single day we communicate with people. And perhaps what I have said here, which is from the Upanishads, from time immemorial. And how many of us know of this? This is the beauty of our tradition. There's so much. And not a lot of it is not, we are not exposed to it. So whatever little I am exposed to, this is why I try to share. And I try to share the things that are very practical, rooted in philosophy and doctrine, but very practical. This is why I will cite where it has come from, so you would understand. You yourself now can go and do your own research. Because you should never take anything, you should always question. And this is taught in our scriptures. You should always question. So I will repeat the words for you again. Satyam priti hitam chayat. So we must speak the truth. We should not speak that which hurts others. And then Satyam Bruyat, speak truth. Satyam Vada, speak in a pleasing tone. Dharmam Chara, speak truth and practice dharma. Na Bruyat Satyam, never speak the truth in an unpalatable manner. So if we na apriyam, avoid speaking on unpleasant truths, because again, no good will come from it. So please consider what I have said this evening, and let us all make a concerted effort to think before we speak. We talk about dharma as a way of life. This is what Hinduism is. The Hindu tradition is about how we live. And we are supposed, the same way how you learn, as long as you live, you should be trying to improve yourself every day to become a better and better human being. And this is what this is all about. So let us all try to make a change. Let us all try to, become a better person and think, pause before we speak, and ensure that we are speaking the truth. When there's a need to speak the truth, or if there's a need, we use discretion and always we are silent. We speak in a pleasing tone to whoever it may be, however powerful or however powerless. If it's a child, an adult, we speak in a soft manner, in a pleasing tone. We avoid gossiping. We avoid speaking ill of others. We don't embellish any story by putting in our own bias. We should be unbiased in how we speak. Our conscience should be our guide. And at the end of it, our words are our life. And that is how we should regard when we speak, our words, how powerful they are. So with this, I thank you very much. And I hope something that I have said will resonate with you and cause you to pause and make some changes. Namaste.
Thank you, Auntie Chansey. So now I'd like to ask Auntie Indra if she can do the next song for us, followed by Aunt Joy. And then we will have Sanya representing our Bachoka Khan this evening. Thank you.
Sitaram again. Great message. Tumeva mata chapita tvameva tvameva bandhu cha saka tvameva tvameva vidya dravinan tvameva tvameva sarvam mama deva deva जिनके हृदय श्री राम बसे उन और को नाम लियो नलियो जिनके हृदय श्री राम बसे और को नाम लियो नलियो जिन के हृदय श्री राम कोई मांगे कनेक्शन से काया कोई मांग रहा प्रभु से माया कोई मांगे कंचन से काया कोई मांग रहा प्रभु से माया कोई पुण्य करे कोई दान करे कोई दान करो सो बखान करे। जिन कन्या धन को दान दियो, जिन कन्या धन को दान दियो, उन औरत कामरियो नदियो, जिन की हृदय श्री राम बसे, और एक नाम लियो नरियो, जिन के हृदय श्री राम। कोई घर में बैठा नमन करे, कोई हर मंदिर में भजन करे, कोई घर में बैठा नमन करे, कोई हर मंदिर में भजन करे, कोई गंगा जमुना स्नान करे, कोई काशी जाके ध्यान धरे। जिन माता पिता की सेवा की, जिन माता पिता की सेवा की, उन तीरथ सान कियो न कियो, जिन के हृदय श्री राम बसे, और को नाम लियो नरियो, जिन के हृदय श्री राम, जिन के हृदय श्री राम। Sitaram, and thank you again.
Staram. संग तेरी पुकार, जय भवानी शेरों वाली माता का नाम। संग तेरी पुकार, जय भवानी शेरों वाली माता का नाम। देवी सरस्वती नाम दे, ए शारदे शेरों वालिए। देवी सरस्वती नाम दे, ए शारदे शेरों वालिए। सबको है तेरे प्रणाम, जय भवानी दुर्गा वाली माता का नाम। संग तेरी पुकार, जय भवानी शेरों वाली माता का नाम। देवी सरस्वती नाम दे, हे शारदे शेरों वालिए। देवी सरस्वती नाम दे, हे शारदे शेरों वालिए। सबको है तेरे प्रणाम, जय भवानी दुर्गा वाली माता का नाम। संग तेरी पुकार, जय भवानी शेरों वाली माता का नाम। जय भवानी शेरों वाली माता का नाम। जय भवानी शेरों वाली माता का नाम।
Thank you all. So now I'd like to pass over to Sanya for our Bachoka Khan presentation for tonight. Sanya will be doing a bhajan and she will read us the meaning. Thank you.
The bhajan I will be singing is Hey Jagat Pita Bhagavan. The meaning of this bhajan is, O Almighty Father of this world, grant us the gift of knowledge. O Lord, you are the only support in this world. In our childhood, we could not discriminate between good and bad. Thus we have accumulated unrighteousness throughout our lives. Where can I go now that I am enslaved by sensual pleasures? You are our only support in this world. My heart says that you live in the temple of the mind. Day and night I have wandered from door to door. Lord, you are our only support in this world. हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा बचपन में होश न आया है चौबन में पाप कमाया है बचपन में होश न आया चौबन में पाप कमाया है अब जाऊं कहाँ विषयों ने मुझको मारा दुनिया में एक सहारा हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा दिल मेरा तू यह कहता है तू मन मंदिर में रहता है दिल मेरा तू यह कहता है तू मन मंदिर में रहता है दिन रात बकता रह में दर दर मारा दुनिया में एक सहारा हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा दुनिया में एक सहारा दुनिया में एक सहारा सीताराम
Thank you, Sanya. And thank you to all of those who would have joined us tonight for our Connecting True Bhajans. At this point, I'd like to ask Auntie Indra to do our closing prayer. Thank you.
Sitaram again. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya Om Siddhi Buddhi Pradadevi Bhukti Mukti Pradayeni Mantra Murti Sadadevi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Tumeva Mata च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव वेद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om, Tat Sat. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you again, everyone, and Sitaram.